Tune into this week's episode where we show you how to get farm fresh fruits and vegetables with hardly any effort at all. But you gotta act quick because these spaces are filling up faster than you can say, "Who's your farmer?" Welcome to today's show. I'm Jen Bolden with Gen B TV, where we provide you fresh thinking on green living. We do the research for you and then bring you just the best of the best ideas in 5 minutes or less. So it's now time to tune in and be turned on to a whole new way to think about getting farm fresh produce. It's a healthy, busy person's secret called a CSA, which stands for Community Supported Agriculture. CSAs allow the members to buy shares in their farm business, which basically gives them the money to afford to plant all of this gorgeous produce, making sure that you get paid out in healthy, nutritious dividends. CSAs are a great way to take the thinking out of buying produce and even what meals to make. They just put whatever is fresh from the farm into a box, and then you either pick it up or they deliver it to you. I remember getting a delivery this past fall, and it was all these crazy root vegetables. So I cubed them up, put a little salt, pepper, and olive oil. Pretty delish. Let me tell you, I would have not bought those root vegetables otherwise. Plus, CSA produce, when comparing apples to apples, is more nutritious for you than chain grocery store produce. Here's why. You see, 50 years ago, farmers applied nutrient-rich compost to the soil, so we didn't need to take vitamins in the pill form. Today, we have these huge industrial farming operations using tons of synthetic fertilizers instead of that natural compost, of course, because it's cheaper. Also, because they practice something called monocropping, which is planting one type of crop in a really large area. It basically makes these plants vulnerable to getting eaten by pests. Hence, they need to use a lot of pesticides. And did you know that because of agribusiness, the U.S. has lost more than 95% of fruits and vegetable varieties? Boo on agribusiness, but yay for CSAs. But you're in luck because you can usually get those tastier, more nutritious heirloom varieties from your local farmer. Joining your CSA allows your farm to stay in business. Plus, it helps them resist that temptation to sell it to a developer. I mean, would you rather look at a strip mall or a gorgeous farm? Hyper-local produce like this means a much smaller carbon footprint. Industrial agriculture, or agribusiness, uses a ton of petroleum-based pesticides, aka that's from oil, meaning it's definitely contributing to climate change. And of course, don't forget about the fossil fuels used in the mass production of these fruits and vegetables from your conventional supermarkets. They are shipped up to 1,500 miles. And for what? These bland, boring vegetables? So glad there are other options. It's with great pleasure that I am now getting to introduce Farmer Jeff from Santa Rita Farm. Thank you so much for being with us.
No problem.
Now, I've got two burning questions from our subscribers. Number one, what do they get? Number two, how much does it cost?
This is basically what you get. It costs about $24. We do 9 5-week sessions from February to right before Christmas.
Wow. Now, they buy shares because they want to make sure that you've got all the funds to get up and running for the year. Now, what happens like with inclement weather, bad weather, or a blight of pests?
There's not a problem delivering the CSA every week. There's so much diversity out here. We normally have around 30 crops going at once.
Because variety makes much more hardy plants, right? Like they can stand up to the pests better.
Yeah, the bugs have a hard time finding stuff when it's not monocropped.
Right.
They get confused.
Good. Confuse those little suckers.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, now how do you let your members know, like when you've got some interesting vegetables, like what to do with them?
We have a Facebook page that gives a list of all the produce and has a recipe that includes one or more items that are in the basket.
So what do you think makes your members the most happy about being part of the CSA?
The freshness of the produce. It's normally about 3 hours old by the time they get it, so I don't really think you can get anything much fresher besides from your own garden.
Definitely not. Thank you so much for having us.
No problem, anytime, Jen.
Hey, Jen Bolden, I got a question for Jeff. Do you think he might take some volunteers?
No.
I'll pay you. No, in all seriousness, there are CSAs that do accept volunteers in exchange for the food. One, Join a CSA by going to localharvest.org. Enter your zip code and you'll find one near you. Also, don't delay because shares can sell out quickly. 2, if you can't find one or afford a CSA right now, be sure to shop at farmers markets. And 3, when at any store or restaurant, prioritize local produce, even over organics, which could be flown in across the globe. And remember, consumer choice is driving change. We concerned citizens are gaining power in numbers, and we're getting some great results. In fact, you can use this little button there to tell all your friends about how great CSAs are, how you can eat local, and keep your farms in business. So, thanks for caring, thanks for sharing, and we'll see you next week.
I can feel the energy of the vegetables! I can feel the energy of the vegetables!